So combine America's favorite pastime with support for America's heroes. What do you get? Well, you get a grand slam event that's sure to be the talk of the town, and we are happy this afternoon to be sitting down with the man who's making it happen. This is Brian Adkins. He's the commissioner of Delmarva Baseball Weekend. Along with him, platinum sponsor Duran Foskey with JoJo's Restaurant. You know Duran. Guys, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. It's wonderful to have you. So let me ask you real quick. All this goes down next weekend. Just want to make sure that we get all that out there. What is the goal of Delmarva Baseball Weekend?
The goal of Delmarva Baseball Weekend itself is to have a platform for adults over 30 to play the game that most all of us love crazier than anything. Just the camaraderie that develops out of it. It's just a family. We call it the baseball family. And so the goal of our group there is to provide that opportunity and get everybody together. I do it twice a year. The second one we do the fundraiser in addition to playing baseball.
So this one supports the Tunnels to Towers?
Tunnel to Towers Foundation.
Why?
Well, I was a near 15-year career firefighter in Salisbury.
Thank you for that.
Thank you. You're welcome, and I appreciate your service as well. And a volunteer in Delmar for almost 18 years, excuse me. And sitting watching the TV one night, and I see this hour-long infomercial. This is like 5 years ago. And of course, I was aware of Tunnel to Towers Foundation, but this hour-long documentary detailed how it got started, why it got started, and where they were headed with this foundation. It was started by the brother of a New York City firefighter, Stephen Siller. He actually was off that day on 9/11, and he and some of his shift mates were going to play golf. And they heard it on the radio, turned around, went directly to the scene because their engine would have already been there. Well, when they got there is when the first tower collapsed, and they were all killed right there. So his brother Frank Siller started Tunnel to Towers, and with the sole purpose of helping people who have catastrophic injuries from military service, fire service, police, not only to help them in a way by giving them an upgraded home, but also building new homes for them in the case where it was warranted, and paying off mortgages. And it hits actually on a local level because, you know, most of us remember Corporal Glenn Hilliard, who was tragically shot and killed in Pittsville a couple years ago. They have paid off his mortgage.
Is that right?
That's correct. And they were going to pay off Corporal Hecook from Delmar, which was 3 years ago, but somebody beat them to it. And but they had made an attempt.
Duran, why is this so important to you that you want to become a platinum sponsor?
Well, this is a no-brainer for us. You know, we give back to the community, and we give back to the veterans especially, you know. So that this was just, you know, another opportunity for us to really give back and to help the community grow, you know what I mean? And help, you know, give back to the veterans. And that is very near and dear to our heart.
It's tremendous. Thank you for that. So you're bringing in some big names for this too.
We are. Besides me.
Oh, other than you. Almost as big as you.
Our former Oriole pros that are going to be here this year are Glenn Gulliver, he was a utility infielder back in the day. Dave Ford, a great pitcher. And Ross Grimsley, good old lefty. And Scott McGregor, who was the last Orioles pitcher to win a World Series game in 1983. Wow. So they're going to be here on Saturday. Most of the day they'll be meandering around the stadium, but from 12 to 2 they'll be signing autographs.
And this is free?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just we'd like to have a donation.
Are there other things that we can look forward to seeing?
We're going to have some emergency equipment up, you know, out front. In the morning when it gets started, we'll be doing an on-field memoriam for Corporals Hecook and Hilliard, where both of their agencies will have representatives. There'll be family there. we'll do ceremonial first pitches with the family members, and it's going to be a real great time. And that's one of the things that I've really wanted to make sure. This is the 4th year we've done this,
Right.
and I've really wanted to make sure that, tragically, since I started doing these, we've lost those 2 officers.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that their names are never forgotten.
Right.
And if I can, maybe seemingly small way, make that happen, we're going to have this every year.
Yeah.
So.
Excellent. Wonderful.
Yep.
And with sponsors like Duran, I'm sure it will happen. I'm out of time here. Give me real quick the whens and the wheres.
It is at Purdue Stadium,
Uh-huh.
and it's on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, September 20th, 21st, and 22nd. The fundraiser is on the 21st specifically,
Gotcha.
from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Brian, Duran, thank you so much for doing this, and thank you for talking to us.
Thanks
tonight.
for having us. Thank you.
Fantastic.